Hello, and welcome to this tutorial for BtrLyf.com, the #1 digital built environment ecosystem platform. In today's tutorial, we are going to look at the interactive add data functionality of the Virtual Auditor tool. This feature helps the platform user to add data to any building and get a baseline energy performance report of the building instantly. That's right, instantly. That means no need to wait anymore for hours and days and weeks for an expert to review your building's baseline energy performance manually. To be able to use this feature, you need to be an authenticated user on BtrLyf Virtual Auditor. If that is not done yet, please visit build.BtrLyf.com/signup to register yourself. You can fill in your details and select Consultant as your role under the Select a Role option while signing up. Once signed up, you will get an email confirming your registration. Please check your email for further instructions. Once registered, you should then be able to log in with your credentials. Once you are logged in, you can select the building that you wish to add the data for. You can select the building from the interactive 3D map or search for the building using the search box at the top. Once a building is selected, you will see the building overview pane. You can then scroll down and click on the button, Claim this property. You will then see a pop-up box where you would need to put your details for verification as a claimant, either as a building owner or a consultant of the building. You can also upload any supporting documents to help our admin team verify your claim quickly. After clicking Confirm, your claim for the building is submitted. You can now see that the building is added to your list of buildings under your profile. If the status of your claim is approved by the admin, you should be now able to add data to the building. If the status shows as pending, it means that your claim is still being verified. Usually, we would be able to process claims within a matter of few hours to a day. Our admin team may reach out to you by email or phone for further verification. As a verified consultant or a building owner, you should be now able to add building data. Click on the Add Data button on the building overview pane. You will then see a new panel opening up, allowing you to add data. The Add Data feature allows you to sequentially add data such as the overview data, operational data, construction data, lighting and HVAC data, and other miscellaneous building data, as required. Now, let's go through this Add Data feature in more details. This feature is designed on the platform to be an intuitive data input tool using AI. Meaning that, if you do not have a particular data on hand with you, there will be still default data filled up in the data fields, based on our platform AI. You can choose to simply accept or override that data input with your own values anytime. Also, you can choose to input only basic data, or click on Show Advanced Options to input advanced data wherever possible. These functions work the same in all the data input tabs. Let's go over it now in details. So, let's start by putting data for this building from the Overview tab. Here, we can select the building type and then enter the built-up area or the gross floor area in square meters. You can also provide details of the building certification, if any. The number of occupants field is auto-filled in by the platform AI, but you can choose to override the value with your own data inputs. You can also enter here the parking area in the building for either above-ground parking or underground parking, or both. The Show Advanced Options function opens up a possibility to input more granular data on the building areas. For example, for an office building, you can enter how much of the total built-up area is split up in open offices, private offices, conference or meeting rooms, and other spaces. Again, most of the data will be pre-filled by the platform AI, or you can override the pre-filled data in the fields with your own values. Also, you will notice that the detailed overview section is linked to the basic data fields, such as the building type and total built-up area. This helps you to input relevant building data quickly and without the need to do manual adjustments all the time. Once you are satisfied with the data inputs in this section, you can move on to the other data sections by clicking on the Next button. If there are errors in the data entry, the platform will automatically prompt them to you. For example, here we see an error that the total percentage split of areas does not add up to 100%. You can do the necessary corrections and then click Next again to move on further. Next, in the operational data section, you can input the electricity tariff and the operating hours of the building by simply using the slider bar. You can also key in the annual energy consumption if you have the data available with you. Next, you can specify the basic building schedule for every day of the week. In the advanced options, you can enter the electricity bill data, on a monthly basis. You can also add additional electricity tariff data if required, here. Again, you will notice that, changing the monthly electricity bill data automatically adjusts the annual energy consumption, and vice versa. You could also then specify a detailed operation schedule for the building, for each subspace within the building. Let's say, we adjust here the schedule of private office spaces to be from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. The data inputs in this section get saved automatically after clicking on the Next button, that can be found at the bottom of each tab. In the Construction tab, you can input construction details about the building. Do notice here again that some data is automatically appearing in various fields, pre-filled by the platform AI, and you can always override it with your own data inputs. In the Advanced option, in this section, you can add data for each building facade if required, and if the data is available on hand with you. You can simply select the number of facades, and then for each facade, key in the direction, the window-to-wall ratio, the wall and glazing type. If you are satisfied with the inputs in this section, you can click on Next button to save the data inputs and move to the next tab. The next section is Lighting Details. Here, you can select the lighting type, and also add in the lighting make. In the Advanced options, you can input the detailed lighting data per space if available. Again, you will notice that the data fields are automatically pre-populated with numbers, based on the platform AI. You can however, override any values there, such as the lux level requirements, type of lighting and type of control, per space type. If you are satisfied with the inputs in this section, you can click on Next button to save the data inputs, and move to the next section. The next data input section is HVAC. Here, you can add multiple HVAC systems if required, and specify its type, capacity and refrigeration tons, TR, and the system efficiency, or COP. In the Advanced options, for each system, you can also specify further relevant details about the system. Do note that, you can always choose to not enter any data in the advanced input fields, and the platform will still do the calculations for you based on its AI. You can also add here, detailed HVAC room data if you want to provide more granular information. Let's say, if we choose not to add any more granular data, we can simply untick the box next to the Detailed Data option, and then, the platform allows you to proceed further, without entering any advanced detail data. If you are satisfied with the inputs in this section, you can click on Next button to save the data inputs and move to the next section. Next, in the Miscellaneous tab, you can add any additional data about the building, such as its lifts, escalators, renewable energy installations, and other loads. If all the data is input here as per what you want, you can proceed further and click on the Next button. This then generates for you the building's baseline energy analysis report. In this report, you will see the building's performance metrics and the relevant charts, showing the building energy consumption breakdown and energy consumption patterns. You can print this report if required for your own reference, anytime. Thus, by using this AI-driven and super intuitive add data function of the platform, building owners and consultants can get the updated building baseline energy performance report anytime by simply updating the building data as required. The next step is then to simulate the building performance to generate its future energy savings potential. Our auto simulation feature automatically suggests building performance improvements through operational tweaks and investments in retrofit measures, such as those suggested here in the auto simulation report sample. We shall look at the simulation features of the platform in the next technical video tutorial. Please stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, if you have any questions or feedback, do send them to admin@BtrLyf.com. That is admin@BtrLyf.com. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and do join us and stay tuned on this YouTube channel for more information and updates on the exciting features of our platform. BtrLyf.com, the #1 digital built environment ecosystem platform.